We've got the Bentley. Just look at this. Come on, let's have a look at you. He's going to go wafting up with that beautifully refined, I think about 7-litre V8 engine what's in there. What we got here, John?
It's a 1993 Bentley Brooklands. It's the one down from the Turbo R, which I can't afford.
Now, speaking of engines and stuff like that, what have we got under the bonnet?
It's a 6.7.
6.7 V8. V8 petrol. They're saying driving around here is costing him a fortune. Now, John was considering putting a tow bar on this and towing the caravan. It would play with it, wouldn't it? Have we got any further with that idea?
No, we can't find a tow bar, to be honest.
But it would certainly play with the heaviest of caravans, it would, this. I don't think I've ever seen a vehicle of this ilk tow a caravan, so you'd be very unique, wouldn't you? But wonderful to... Are you enjoying your ride in the back seat there? A lap of luxury, absolutely gorgeous. Loads of legroom, far more than you would get on Ryanair, probably far more than you get on British Airways as well, wouldn't you? Looks great, thank you. So gone from refinement to American muscle. Now I reckon this is probably the newest vehicle that we've got in the arena right now. Crossover. It's going to put the steering wheel on the wrong side. What we got here?
It's a 2006 very late Mustang GT500.
Now what's it doing in this country?
Not a lot, actually.
Did they fetch many of them across?
They did to start with, but they were very limited edition. They are a 5.4 litre supercharged engine, hand-built from the factory. One guy builds the engine, and he has to sign off on that engine to make sure everything is working correctly and properly.
And so far, so good. Are we friends with that fella?
I would love to meet that fella because he did an excellent job. Yeah, whatsoever.
Great to see it here. Let's have a listen to that beautiful V8 engine. Lovely. Who we got next? Got the little Mazda. Now, Little Bird's told me that the two co-pilots know everything about this car and they're going to tell me about it. Is that right? No. Okay. We'll come round the other side then. What we got here?
Got a Unos. It's a Mazda import. We acquired it 11 years ago for a swap off a load of logs. We were loggers and basically bought it from it stood for about 3-4 years. It was green, mouldy, inside and out, and we brought it back.
Did it take much recommissioning other than a bit of a brush off?
It took new brake pads and a couple of tyres and went through MOT.
Not bad at all. Worthy investment. Great to see it here, especially in this weather. For a few £100. Wonderful, thank you. Now they are heaps of fun, are these vehicles. Like I said earlier, they do have a fantastic following. So the part's still very readily available. Affordable, fun motoring. Now this next vehicle, very prestigious vehicle, would have been aimed at your bank managers, that sort of ilk. So what have we got here?
So this is a 1958 Rover P4. It was owned by my father, I inherited it in 2020. Been in the family 37 years. Been coming to these shows as long as I can remember. Still doing it. So.
It really is beautiful. Got that lovely like old car smell. Old car smells like village halls. That kind of smell coming out of there. Really is beautiful. Great to see it here. Thank you. next up we've got the Ford Pop. Now this is pretty much as original as you can get. And quite often, well, this vehicle used to be a daily driver. I don't know if you're still using it on a daily basis or not. Now, before we go any further, are you going to wash it?
It could certainly do with it, yeah. Unfortunately, I ain't just had time. My social life as well as here has been a bit chaotic lately.
Are you one of these that when you retired you were busier than when you were working?
I honestly don't know I found time to go to work. I seriously don't. But yeah.
Now tell us about what we've got right here.
I must be honest, it's got a lot of interest today with the public. What have I got here? It's a 1953 Ford Popular 103E, very basic car. It's a 1930s design, still being made in the 1950s. It's got nothing on it. It's got an engine and a 3-speed gearbox, and the rest of it.
Now there isn't even a water pump in this. It's a water-cooled engine, but uses something called a thermosiphon effect, where basically the water steams up to the top of the radiator, cools down as it drops down the radiator back into the bottom of the engine, and then it basically cycles and repeats. Very, very simple, very little to go wrong, hence why it's still on the road today.
Well, yeah, that's right. There's no oil filter, there's not an air filter, there's no indicators, sun visors, you name it, ain't got it. Seat belts, nah, they ain't been heard of then.
Great to see it here, thank you.
Was made in Doncaster. It's actually a Yorkshire car. They were built in Doncaster, made 155,000 of them. And it brought me and the camping gear from Tuxford in Nottinghamshire yesterday.
Great to hear that. So yes, still in regular use, and with any luck, I suppose if we ask the fire brigade nicely, they might wash it for you. So next up we've got the modern classic, the Volkswagen Golf VR6. Now I don't know much about the German cars, other than I reckon the 6 means 6-cylinder. Am I right?
Yeah, it's a 2.8 6-cylinder. It's not technically a V6, it's a weird design.
Volkswagen like doing weird designs, don't they? Anything else you want to tell us about the car?
No, it's my friend's car. He's got the V4. He brings it every year. He doesn't use it daily, but he does use it and enjoy it.
I bet it's fairly nippy with that sort of engine under what is quite a small car. Fun to drive?
Yeah, it is fun to drive. It's very torquey. I think about 170 horse don't hold me to it. But yeah, nice to drive, very comfy.
Great to see you here, thank you. Just saying, got plenty of power, certainly has, thank you. Sounds lovely, yeah, we'll have a listen to it. So we've gone from some real quite prestigious motors, we've got some people's cars, got a little Austin 7 now. Now, the whole world's vehicle industries have got a lot to be thankful for this Austin 7. Built just say 90 years old, this vehicle. Built in 1934, Austin 7 Saloon, affectionately known as Mary. The final series of the Box 7 models, the RP, was introduced in October 1932 with a 750cc engine and a crash gearbox. The Austin 7 remained one of the best sellers, with the RP remaining in production until July 1934, before being replaced by the redesigned Austin Ruby. The Austin 7 is still one of the most recognised of all British cars. Mary was first registered in Birkenhead and had a full respray and trim in 2015. Now this vehicle was purchased within the last few years, and it resided in a barn right at the side of Emily Moor Mast. Not too far away from here, but yeah, it's sat up there as part of a collection, and it's owned and driven by my mum, and in there is my dad and my nephew Austin. So we've got a little 1500. Tell us about this.
It's 1972, Triumph 1500 front-wheel drive, forerunner of the Dolomite. She's still got just less than 40,000 miles on the clock, and the colour is sienna brown, but we have a different name for it.
Yeah, we affectionately call it something else, which we shouldn't say on the microphone, should we? Great to see you. Travel all over with this vehicle, don't you? Has it been driven here today?
No, it came yesterday, and I thought I got a clutch problem this morning, but we seem to be still in the ring.
Excellent. Are we going to get it home, or are we going to be going on a recovery truck?
The AA are very good friends of mine.
Getting the parts. Are the parts fairly readily available?
Yeah, they're getting rarer. Certain parts you can get without a problem. In fact, I've just fitted a new headlight here, which is off a tractor.
Wow. Okay. What make a tractor?
I don't know. It's just a 5.5-inch seal beam unit. But
Oh, I see. Yes. No. Yeah. Yeah. I remember them well. Thank you for fetching it in. Great stuff. So we've looked at the Mazda MX-5. Now, similar design stable, the little MG. What we got here?
It's a 1999 MGF BBC. I purchased it on from Facebook and Marketplace, and only paid £350 for it, and restored it for my wife, and here it is today.
Now, you paid £350 for it. Have you had to spend a bit more on it since?
I have, yeah. It's had quite a bit of work done to it underneath, and
And they had a few problems with the engines getting a little bit warm. They had some head gasket problems with these. Got a 1.8 litre, what's called a K-series engine in there. And you may have heard of a product called K-Seal that you pop in and it seals everything up. K-Seal was developed for the K-series engine. It had these numerous little design issues which are fairly easily rectified with a kit, aren't they? Has this had that problem? After them, make sure that the service properly, you won't have any issues. It's mainly down to people not looking after them. You get a little bit of a bad rap. We've also got quite a unique business going on. Has it got something to do with gas and spheres and all sorts of wizardry going on?
it's the natural gas system. What was in the old metros and things like that. So occasionally you've got to pump the suspension up, to the correct line.
Wow, okay, yeah, it sounds a little bit more technical than my basic tractor knowledge there, but there is still a really good following for these cars. Great to see, thank you. So going back into my kind of stable is the little Series 107. I think I've got a little information sheet. So here we have a 1955 long wheelbase 107 Series 1 Land Rover 2 litre petrol engine, originally supplied in dove grey with blue wheels. Registered in Doncaster as a travel farm. Later used as a tow truck and sign written by President Garage in Hill Street and Worksop. Then used by a blacksmith in Sheffield. Purchased for £100 from Hemingway's Garage and Breakers in Grenoside, Sheffield in 1984 as an MOT failure for farm use. Restored in 2019 and taken to the Great Dorset Steam Fair that year. Sorry, 2009, I think I just said 19. Currently used for off-roading and transporting anything and everything. Attended the Land Rover 70th anniversary in Anglesey in Wales in 2018. Used regularly off-roading in Wales. Holds its own with more modern four-wheel drives, apart from breaking a rear handset earlier this year. Thank you very much for fetching it in. I used to have a Series 1 Land Rover. Used to do a little bit of farming up on the top of Huddersfield, and my Series 1 Land Rover was the only vehicle capable of getting over Marsden Moor with a bottle of cows on the back. We tried it with all sorts of more modern Land Rovers, but I don't know what it was about the Series 1 Land Rover. It was more than able to get over the National Trust moors there. One of the few vehicles that were legally allowed to traverse the moor and for agricultural use. So extremely well capable for the off-roading world. Built in 1951, this one, and dispatched directly to the British Army. Given the military registration, possibly used in West Australia during the Christmas Island atomic testing in 1957-1958. Other vehicles from this consignment used and photographed there. Sold through the military surplus at Ruddington auctions in 1961. Used as a tow truck around Norwich area until the 1990s. Purchased as a rolling chassis in 2013 and rebuilt. Currently has a later engine and gearbox fitted while the originals are being rebuilt. This also attended the Land Rover 70th anniversary in Anglesey at Red Wharf Bay and other rallies since. That's 70th anniversary was celebrating 70 years of Land Rover. If you're wondering why I was at Anglesey, the fellow that designed this vehicle called Maurice Wilkes, he was given the task of doing that, but he was very much a family man, but he couldn't switch off. He went off on his holidays to Redlaw Bay in Anglesey, and while his family were playing on the beach, he designed that vehicle, drew it out on the beach, and that is how the story goes. So a lot of the Land Rover clubs, they use it as a little bit of a pilgrimage, and they go out there to Redlaw Bay and have all sorts of events out there because they believe that is where the Land Rover first got its design, by Maurice Wilkes, written out on the beach at Redlaw Bay. Now, sticking with the UK British tractor then, British vehicles, we've got a mini, well, two mini minis. What we're doing with these?
Bit of showing. You come to Sheffield Stream Road to show them off.
Well, you're certainly doing a wonderful job of that. And I always say, where's the middle gone and how do you do it?
There's two folk roughly missing out of the middle, 24 out of this one, 26 out of that one. And one the driver's seat.
Now you're actually sat on the back seat, aren't you?
It's the original back seat, so we can squeeze three.
And can you get three in successfully?
I used to, but they grow up.
All the bottoms got a little bit wider. Great to see these here. There's slight differences in this, isn't there? So just tell us the difference between the two vehicles.
Well, this is Mini Clubman and that's the round nose Mini.
Which one do you prefer?
This one, because it's 2 inches longer. And it's comfortable to drive for me and myself.
And you can get them both on the trailers to fetch them here as well, can't you?
Oh yeah, they both fit on the train.
Wonderful stuff. Thank you for fetching them in. I've got the Morris, built in 1975. It must be warm in this car. This is folding, it's nearly liquid, is this? So this is the Morris 1100 Mark II. The advert found on an internet search. What have we got here? This is 1970s Morris 1100 four-door saloon. Presents well in teal blue with black upholstery. Very well cared for Morris 1100. That is an ideal starter classic. Charming in both presentation and performance, the car is described by the vendor as a delight to drive. The paintwork is still very bright and the upholstery is unmarked and in great order. The navy carpets are also very good with no neat signs of wear or fading. Aftermarket amp gauge fitted as well as a dual oil temperature, pressure stroke temperature gauge, which are both very useful. Underneath, the car is very solid and has been well maintained over the years. This attractive car benefited from an earlier restoration in May 2001 and recent service works. We are also informed that this car has been used by Marvel Films in the film Loki. The car is accompanied by a history folder containing various bills, invoices and old MOTs dating back many years. As well as the original driver's handbook, this 1100 is a genuine car that must be seen to be truly appreciated. I feel like a bit of a salesman there. We're going to auction it off. No, we're not, I promise you. We're great to see you here. Thank you. Tell us about what you know.
Well, all I know is I bought it last November because I've got an MG that only carries two and there's three of us. So I looked about a two-seater car for three, don't I? It's a 1953 Ford Prefect, four-door of course. Like I said, I'm learning this This is the first thing we get out.
And has it been fairly reliable so far?
Well, first time I drove it on road was last week at Tower, Emily Street, when we went after a meal at night. Until then I hadn't been from on trailer.
So I had a good run out, and at Emily, everything's downhill from Emily, but of course it's all back uphill to the showground. Didn't get too warm, worked out all right?
Well, it's had an old radiator coming boom. It's had a rad on it, the wrong one. It should have a higher velocity. Every tank should have more water in it than what the one that we're on. So I've had it recorded. and start the motor with dog, you can go in all the So we've had that done, and she put up for it.
Great stuff, and lovely sounding vehicle as well. Go to the lap on her, let's have a listen. It's a side-valve engine as well, from what I can hear. Last but certainly not least, we've got the Noddy car. The Noddy car is based on a Fiat, and I'm fairly sure that you can have a photo taken as well in this. I think that's what we regularly do. There is the opportunity to have your photo taken in a Noddy car when it's in stationary position, just sort of to the right of the B10. What we got here?
So it's a Fiat 126 with a bit CD, 2 CD, a bit Beetle, and then the boot lid is Maestro.
Wow, so a real mixed bag. Now, what compelled you to turn it into this vehicle?
Somebody built the model about 2 inches long and said it's a good one, and they're both
Wow, and are we doing the sit-in and have your photo taken today?
we are doing this they've donated quite a bit of money to the air ambulance, so thank you very much everybody.
Wonderful, and no doubt you'll be going, once you've been in here, you'll be going back over there. So if you'd like to have a look at this, have a sit in it, drop a penny or a pound, whatever you can afford, into the box, that will be much appreciated. Thank you. Once again, a huge thank you to all our drivers for fetching it into the arena. Of course, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have the show that we have today. We're going to do a couple of laps. Now we are going to be getting some speed into the arena, hopefully within the next 15 or 20 minutes. If you would like to have a ride on the steam engines, that is going to be happening in around 15 to 20 minutes time. A little bit of chaos out in the car park. Just had a big note from the car parking team. And if you're looking to own a BMW convertible, a blue one, registration number